So in a very recent but very brief interview with IGN, Skyrim's director and Fallout 4's director Todd Howard did reveal that Bethesda right now is working on 7 new projects. So to be clear, this is Bethesda Softworks, not Bethesda Game Studios. Bethesda Softworks are the game developers that did bring us Fallout 4, Skyrim, Fallout Shelter, and of course Fallout 3. Bethesda Game Studios is the publisher that probably publishes many games, more than 7 at a time. So I'm going to try and be brief with the article. Basically what it says is, speaking with IGN, Howard said, adding up all the projects in various states of development, Bethesda Game Studios, the in-house development studio of Bethesda Softworks, has 7 projects going, including a new mobile game, though he clarified that 2 of these projects have already been properly announced, Fallout 4 in VR and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim for Nintendo Switch. He also has confirmed in the past that they are working on The Elder Scrolls 6, so we can assume that is one of these objects, although it's probably in such an early state that there's no tangible development there. It's still many years away, so don't get excited over that one. The real interesting part about this article is he does say that 2 of the projects are bigger than anything we've done. And a direct quote from him is what I would call kind of different, but still the kind of game people would associate with us. And there's one final piece of information that he did say Fallout 4 VR, something that's been confirmed in the past again, is going to be playable in VR from start to finish of the game. And I think a lot of people are speculating that a summer release for that is coming. So there's a lot of information here, so let's break it down a little bit. But as I said, they are working on 7 new projects. We know what 4 of them are specifically, so that's going to be Fallout 4 VR, The Elder Scrolls 6, Skyrim for the Nintendo Switch, and of course this new mobile game that was announced in this post. I don't think Bethesda is going to release a mobile game with a new IP. I think that mobile game is going to either A, hype up one of the 2 new games they did announce, or be an Elder Scrolls mobile game. I'm kind of leaning towards more it's going to be an Elder Scrolls mobile game, although I could definitely see the other option being pretty plausible. Think Fallout Shelter for Fallout 4. A lot of people downloaded Fallout Shelter leading up to the release of Fallout 4, and it got people very excited for the game, and a lot of hype was built around it. Even beyond that, just a lot of money was made from Fallout Shelter in general. So now maybe this new game, Game A, has a mobile companion app that goes along with it, maybe having a similar setting to the game, but obviously the gameplay being quite different. So all those assumptions taken into consideration, we are left with 3 new games, 2 of which we have the details on. That being kind of different, but still kind of the game people would associate with Bethesda. So what kind of game do you associate with Bethesda? Obviously an open world game, an RPG of sorts, and of course the almost essential part, branching dialogue and quests. I feel like it's choice that really separates Bethesda games. You could choose where to go, you could choose what to do, and you could choose how to do it. And then the final but most recent addition to the Bethesda series is modding, more specifically modding on consoles. This has made them a ton of money with their 2 most recent releases, that being Skyrim Special Edition and of course Fallout 4. That seems like a huge paycheck to walk away from, so I think it'll definitely be included in this next game. So 2 new games from Bethesda that in my eyes are going to be open world, branching dialogue, and have modding, including console modding. I think that's a pretty exciting thing. Obviously I could speculate all day what they're going to be, but just imagine a Fallout 4 in a different setting with a different storyline. That sounds like something that's very cool, and honestly something I could get behind. Bethesda has a formula that works, although Fallout 4 was a bit of a blunder as far as the actual game goes. Obviously it sold very well. Applying that same formula to a different setting I think could be very cool. I'm not going to speculate in this video about what that game will be. Obviously I'm sure we'll get some more details going forward, so when the time comes I will make a video on that. But that leaves last but not least 1 remaining game, and I think that is going to be Fallout 5 or whatever this new Fallout will be. I assume it's going to be Fallout 5 simply because Bethesda did make Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Obviously New Vegas was left to a different company, but maybe Bethesda is just not going to go that route this time. Maybe they're not going to have that intermittent release, but this time they're just going to be working on a new Fallout. I'm undoubtedly excited for a new Fallout, but I want it to be done right. Fallout 4 obviously looks and kind of plays much better in some sense than Fallout New Vegas. Of course there's some RPG elements missing, but other than that I feel like everyone can agree that the game itself is a more solid foundation to be built off of. Fallout 4 is like a half step. It's a modified engine, not a new one. I think it is now time we get a new engine, and I sincerely hope Bethesda's not going to wait till the Elder Scrolls 6 to roll that out. Whether it be with these 2 new games they are working on or with Fallout 5, I think it's definitely time for Bethesda to really have a new engine roll out with one of the games, taking those same ideals that have made them so much money and brought them so much success in the past and really just revitalizing them and creating them in a modern day system. I don't know if that's what's coming, but I think that's what Bethesda has to do at this point. I think the way Bethesda announced this actually creates some good probability of a new engine coming. They have confirmed in the past that they're going to be releasing a new IP before the next Fallout or the next Elder Scrolls game. So now the reality that, again, this is going to be a similar genre definitely makes it probable that they're going to be using the same engine. This is very good for us because it means a new engine could be right around the corner. Maybe these 2 new IPs, the next Fallout and the next Elder Scrolls, will all be on this brand new engine, and that will be a great thing for all of us as gamers. Again, this is just some minor speculation. I don't think I'm taking a huge leap here, although maybe I am. Let me know in the comments down down below, what do you guys think about this topic? What do you think Bethesda is going to be doing next? I guess really, where do you think Bethesda is going to be doing it next? As always, I thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed again, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.